Do you have this kind of Raspberry Pis? This is Raspberry Pi 4 Model B. Do you guys have this? If it is yes, then you can use it. If no, you can buy it from robo.in or different. Do you have this kind of SD card? How can you install Windows 10? The plan is that I need to install Windows 10 on my Raspberry Pi. Do you have this kind of SD card? This is 32 GB. No, that doesn't work. You need a solid state drive or a hard drive or directly using a large GB 64 GB or more. You needed to use, what do we say, Windows SD card to keep up to 1 TB it is. For that we need 1 TB SD card or 1 TB SSD or HDD. Or else we need a USB 3 caddy to be connected by an SD card reader or directly connected to USB bootable disk. Then we can use it, but directly USB is not good. By SD card it's fine, okay? Or else by solid state, and I don't like the solid state ones. I'd like to use on SD cards. If SD cards, then I only have this kind of SD card which is 32 GB. I don't like this. If you have SSDs, then I might have used my SSDs also, which is 120 GB. And if you have one kind of USBs, then this probably won't work because this is 8 GB. This is my 32 GB SD card, and this is my 120 GB SSD, which needs an SATA connector. For this can be connected to use Windows 11 on this, or else on my 32 GB I'm using Ubuntu on this system, and on my 8 GB I just use it for removable. From that time I have installed Raspberry Pi OS. So right now what to do, I don't have a laptop also to use, but anyway I do have my Ubuntu to use. Anyway I can connect it to my SD card also, but first things first, I have to make it proper. Okay, so right now I just slotted that SD card in. Next we are going to insert this micro HDMI port to the display, which is this one, and that's probably a mini HDMI for my laptop. Anyway, this is my type C charger for Raspberry originally. Okay, once if we connect this, we have this power here, so you can turn it on. So right now we can hear the fan whirring sound, but this is not a USB port, that's a Logitech connected. I think this is broken. Even this thing is also broken. Still monitor works. It's everything working fine. Yeah, but except the dongle of this keyboard and mouse. Unless if it is working very fine. It's Ubuntu 22.04, which is Jammy Jellyfish. I have been connected to my 32 GB. I seriously don't like using 32 GB. I like using more than that. Like using a Windows 10 I want to use. Then I need my 1 TB SD card or my 120 GB SSD or my, what do we say, uh, that kind of SD cards. Uh, More than 1 TB, but it's not supportable for 1 TB. More than that, it will be, I'm using 4 GB RAM of this. I wanted to use 8 GB RAM instead of 4 GB. But yeah, this is perfectly fine. 8 GB, no, I mean 4 GB. 4 GB is perfectly fine. 8 GB is very high recommended use. That means it's only used for bigger machines, for large machines. This is only normal machine. It's just 4 GB RAM, very limited version. I hate 4 GBs. I like only more than 4 GBs, which is like 8, 16, 32, 64. More than that, no. It won't be more than that 64. But it's up to 64 GB. So you remember it. I know that does work also. If I'm opening Firefox web browser, I need to install, what do we say, Windows 10 or 11. But I don't have my case to connect my solid state drive. But because my dad's kept it carefully, so safely that he kept it properly, that so that I won't waste it, because I keep on wasting my hard drives and solid state drives. Every time it shows Firefox web browser not responding. Yeah, every time has a problem with my Ubuntu OS. There might be a software problem. So I search for Windows on Raspberry. And that we have, no, not that, WR project, that is very worst. It happens a virus on this system, or else directly opens from this, having a get started or join the community. It also has Pi 3, Pi 4, Pi 400, Pi 2, and yeah, for I'm using Pi 4. For that is 400, that means we need advanced features. It has keyboard. Pi 3 is looking different also. Pi 2 looking is also different. I think it will be look like Pi 0 won't work. Pi 0 is too old. But Pi 4 and Pi 400 is fine. Get started. Now how to install? I I have Windows machine. No. I have machine that runs Linux or other OS. If you have Ubuntu, now a script available automates the whole guide. GitHub Botspot War Flasher. That means WOR Flasher. For Pi and newer, that will be like this. Our Pi 4 releases. For 2, 3, CM3, it will be like this. Raspberry Pi, on these, you must update the bootloaders. For getting the Windows image, it will be like this. Basic data partition 1 GB, exFAT or NTFS will be at least 18 GB, unallocated rest of the disks. Having these kind, it's everything I know. But I don't like Windows system on my Raspberry Pi, but I wanted to use it forever. Okay, I do have Windows. No, for this I have GitHub. For this thing I have version 1.33, and I don't think so it has been used, having the latest version. So just click on the version, what will happen, having the zip file, having a source code, and the tar.gz file. So I only want this file to be downloaded. It's been downloaded. Okay, zip file, open by files only, not archive manager. And let me see if it is only zip file. Let's see. Okay, so we only have these kind of files. It needs to extract it here on downloads. So the new file WOR-RPi4, create it and extract here. I just did it. Show the files. This is the name I got. Firmware overlays everything, but I think it won't work anyway, or it's a bit confusing for me. Let's just forget that. If I get an original laptop or using a GitHub sections, that can use. So I'll just shut this thing. Okay, power off or log out. That should power off. Okay, and just wait for a moment until it shuts off. Okay, just have to do like a power on the laptops, but I don't ever like this kind of powers on the, what do we say, in this Raspberry. It just looks like a pen clicking sounds, but no, I only want it as a, without the pen clicking sound. It will go like this. It, once if I press it again, it will go on sleep mode. Once if I press and hold it, it will turn off forcefully. I just wanted to do that. So